On Tornado TV. Once again, we thank you for joining us. We have a little bit of a delay in tonight's starting time, about a 15-minute delay as we had to wait for the Berkeley Springs Indians to arrive. They had a little bit longer commute. So they arrived here to Kaiser High School just a little bit late. So we will see the JV game tip off here in about 6 minutes, 15 seconds. We do want to go through and thank you for tuning in for tonight's upcoming senior night. Once again, bonus coverage as we go through and watch tonight's JV matchup. Got a game plan for tonight. JV game will tip off here in about 5.5 minutes. Then in between the games, we will recognize the Kaiser High School seniors that will, what would normally be, take the court for the last time for a home game, but due to all the games that Kaiser had canceled due to bad weather earlier this year, there actually are still going to be 2 home games later this week. Tomorrow, the Golden Tornado will take on Moorfield, and then on Thursday, they will be back in action against Preston County. And we will be back to go through and stream that game as well. So even though this game was scheduled for senior night, which would normally be the last time these seniors step foot on the court, due to the fact that schedules were tight and they were not able to go through and get those home games in any earlier, there will still be 2 home games after tonight's festivities. So that will change the dynamics a little bit here. For those seniors that are going to go through and take the court, this won't actually be the last time they step foot on the court, but we will still go through and recognize those amazing young men who have put their blood, sweat, and tears into the Kaiser High School basketball program. Recognize them, their families, and everything that they have gone through and done to contribute to the program. Once again, I am Derek Perrano. I'll be going through and bringing you tonight's JV action. Later tonight, I will be joined in the booth by Luca Altabello, and we will go through and call your varsity matchup. Once again, if this is your first time joining us on Tornado TV, this is a student and staff-run production. This is the first year that we have gone through and offered this in a limited capacity, but we have been able to go through and produce a couple football games, a couple soccer matches, and then so far we have been able to go through and bring you boys and girls basketball this winter season and 1 wrestling match as well. Game plan for Tornado TV. We are also planning to go through and, or at least we're going to attempt to go through and bring some baseball and softball matchups in this spring. That's going to depend on how well we're able to go through and get internet connection out at the fields there, but we'll see if we can go through and do that. That's the game plan, at least for this inaugural year of Tornado TV, and bringing you the best that Kaiser High School has to go through and offer. So just so you know, we're waiting here about 3 minutes. Anticipated starters for tonight. For the visiting Berkeley Springs Indians. Looks like they are going to start number 3, Kyle Bland. Number 11, Isaiah Doyle. Or sorry, number 11 is, sorry, they gave us a handwritten roster sheet here, so I'm trying to go through and make heads or tails of their handwritten. Number 11 is Isaiah Houderschelt. I do apologize for that. Number 14, Colton Dixon. Number 20, LT Towson, and number 23, Jalen Miller. That should be the starters for tonight for the Berkeley Springs Indians. On the other side of the court, facing them, your starters for tonight for your hometown Kaiser High School Golden Tornado. Number 1, Trey Dawson. Number 2, Eli Burke. Number 4, Chris Amoruso. Number 11, Monk Garland. And number 23, Matthew Fury. Those should be the projected starters for tonight's matchup between the Berkeley Springs Indians and your Kaiser High School Golden Tornado. We are going to step out for a very quick 30-second ad break from tonight's sponsor, Ducky's Bar and Grill. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the start of the JV matchup here on Tornado TV. All right, thank you once again for joining us. We are just about ready to get underway here from the campus of Kaiser High School, both teams making their way to the bench. Should be an interesting matchup here between two teams that have faced off previously. If you have joined us for any of our previous coverage, as we have brought you Golden Tornado action, the boys team, very fast-paced, likes to run, likes to turn defense into offense. Some players to go through and keep an eye on. Trey Dawson, very active on the defensive end, likes to go through and kind of lead this Golden Tornado team. Number 11, Monk Garland. Pretty good from the perimeter, has made several three-point shots on the season. And number 2, Eli Burke, the forward, is the Golden Tornadoes' presence down low in the paint. All right, folks. Once again, thank you for joining us. We are getting ready to get underway here from the campus of Kaiser High School as the Kaiser High School Golden Tornado take on the Berkeley Springs Indians. And we're underway. Berkeley Springs controls the tip. Indians moving the ball around outside the top of the key. Motion action back and forth. Nice drive down out of the lane by number 3. Kyle Bland gets the first points on the board for the Indians. Quickly, the Golden Tornado, however, pushed the ball back to the other side of the court. It is tapped out of bounds. Ball possession will stay with the Golden Tornado. Trey Dawson works the ball over to Amoruso. 3-shot is good. Number 2, Eli Burke, with the early three-point shot attempt for the Golden Tornado, gives them a 3-2 lead with 6 minutes, 13 seconds. But number 11, Isaiah Holdershout, goes coast to coast for the Indians and retakes the lead 4-3. Defensive lapse there by the Golden Tornado gives up the easy basket. And they'll look to reset. Fury with the 3. No good. Reset, rebound, Holdershout. And the Indians look to come back the other way. Crossing midcourt. Indians working the ball back and forth. Across the top of the key. Deep 3, top of the key. No good. Rebound by Burke. And the Golden Tornado will look to go the other way. Tied up. Ball is taken by the Indians. Number 14, Colton Dixon gets the ball in to number 23. Jalen Miller gets it to number 3, Kyle Bland with the floater, and it's good. With that, the Indians take a 6-3 lead. Dawson drives. Hands off to Burke, back out to Monk with the 3. No good. Rebound goes to the Indians. And number 20, LT Towson, brings it up for the Indians, looking to get something going back the other way. Towson 3, no good. Deep rebound, deflected and rebounded by the Indians. Gives them a offensive rebound and a second chance opportunity. Ball into the corner. Thought about the 3, but drove. Ball was taken away there by Trey Dawson, who pushes the other way. Indians get back, though. Dawson does not have numbers. Puts up a tough layup attempt. It's no good. Colton Dixon will bring it back the other way for the Indians. Indians working the ball around. Deep 3. Offline. Rebound there by Amoruso, who will be fouled on the rebound. Once again, if you're just joining us, 3:53 left to go in the first. Golden Tornado trail 3-6. Into the game for the Golden Tornado. Bryson Harris checks the ball in to Trey Dawson, who brings the ball down the court. Tries to get to Amoruso. Ball deflects off his hands, but he resets. Burke 3 again. This time no good. Rebound Monk Garland, but it's taken away. Kyle Bland takes it away from Garland. And the Indians bring the ball up with LT Towson running the point. Driving kick over to the corner. Back to the corner once again. Thought about the 3. Several three-point shots so far early in this early period. Baseline drive, kicked out to the three-pointer. Pump fake. Floater, no good. Rebound. Loose ball. Loose ball fought over and controlled by number 14, Colton Dixon, for the Indians. First, second, third, fourth chance opportunities for the Indians. Another offensive rebound for the Indians. Golden Tornado need to box out and get a defensive rebound here. Another offensive rebound for the Indians. And finally, Eli Burke gets the rebound and a timeout taken by the Golden Tornado. I'm sure to talk this over, right now the Golden Tornado are getting killed on the glass. Berkeley Springs getting multiple second, third, fourth, fifth chance opportunities on their offensive possession. With that timeout, we will step out for a 30-second ad break. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Tornado TV. And we're back. Trey Dawson brings the ball up for the Golden Tornado. Gets it to Burke. Over to Monk Garland, who drives right. Gets it back to Dawson, out past the three-point line. Dawson draws double coverage, splits the defenders with a nice layup. Good job there by Trey Dawson, taking it, splitting the two defenders, and finding his way to the court, or finding his way to the hoop. Dawson now intercepts that pass. He's going to push it the other way. Berkeley Springs does have numbers, but Dawson doesn't care. He takes it anyways, and back-to-back layups by Trey Dawson has the lead for the Golden Tornado. That ball will be tipped out of bounds. Off the Golden Tornado, possession will stay with Berkeley Springs. Number 3, Kyle Bland will look to inbound for the Indians. Swings around, top of the key. Another three-point shot attempt, no good. Ball goes across the top of the backboard and out of bounds. Possession will go to the Golden Tornado. Trey Dawson will bring the ball up for the Golden Tornado. Linking to a 1-point lead, 7-6. 1:35 remaining in the first. Amoruso drives. Nice take. And the Golden Tornado have found a little bit of a rhythm here after that timeout. 3 back-to-back layup opportunities, and now have set up a pressure defense full court that have seemed to sped up the Indians. And after another turnover, Trey Dawson pushes the ball the other way. Monk Garland layup is good. Golden Tornado have extended their lead, and it will lead to a Berkeley Springs timeout with 1:06 remaining in the first. Kaiser 11, Berkeley Springs 6. With that timeout, we will once again step out for a quick ad break. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Tornado TV. Once again, we thank you for joining us on this Monday night bonus coverage JV matchup between the Kaiser High School Golden Tornado and the visiting Berkeley Springs Indians. 1 minute, 6 seconds left to go here in the first. Kaiser leads 11-6. Very timely timeout there by Coach Nick Landis. Has got the Golden Tornado playing some pressure defense and has led to multiple layups. Deep 2, no good. Dawson looks to push, gets the ball up. Monk Garland is rejected at the rim. But that ball does go out of bounds off Berkeley Springs. Possession will stay with the Golden Tornado. Liam Devlin will look to inbound the ball for the Golden Tornado. Slaps the ball. Gets it into Garland. Floater is no good. Rebound, Berkeley Springs, number 23, Jalen Miller. Gets it to Kyle Bland, who brings it up for the Indians. Good pressure defense there from Chris Amoruso. Almost forced another turnover. Floater, no good. Rebound, Trey Dawson. Golden Tornado doing a much better job after that timeout also on the defensive glass. Deep 3 for Amoruso, offline, rebound. Bland. And as the clock expires, the Golden Tornado have an 11-6 lead. Once again, we want to thank you for joining us here on Tornado TV. Tonight's broadcast brought to you courtesy of Duckies. I want to thank Duckies for everything they do for Kaiser High School sports, Kaiser High School athletics, really anything Kaiser High School related. If you've not checked out their new location, what used to be the Orioles Club there in downtown Kaiser across from Martin's, has been transformed into the Duckies Tavern. So they now have their original location in Piedmont and now the Duckies Tavern there in that location. So Piedmont, Kaiser, either place, you can go through and get yourself some award-winning wings. And tell them that you saw their ads on Tornado TV. Let them know that their sponsorship and their support for Kaiser High School athletics got them some business. All right, on the floor for the second quarter, number 23, Matthew Fury. Number 12, Bryson Harris. Number 5, Mason Ravenscroft. Number 4, Chris Amoruso. And number 44, Liam Devlin. Devlin dribbles the ball to his right, loses it off of his ankle. And with that turnover, Indians take possession, trailing 11-6. But an unforced turnover as they toss the ball out of bounds. So what was a very smooth beginning of the first for the Berkeley Springs Indians. It started to unravel a little bit here towards the end of the first and as we get into the second. Devlin gets hounded out at the three-point line and will get fouled. Going to go through and call a foul on number 20, LT Towson. And Devlin will look to inbound the ball, and he does so to Amoruso. Amoruso drives right, kicks the ball. Fury short. Rebound taken by number 14, Colton Dixon. And he comes the other way for the Indians, looking to set up their offense. Berkeley Springs has settled for a lot of three-point opportunities here early on in this game. Nice try to cut there, but good defense by the Golden Tornado. Fury gets the ball to Amoruso. Gets cut off there nicely by the Berkeley Springs defense. Gets the ball back out to Fury. Thought about the three, but will get fouled as he dribbled towards the baseline by number 3, Kyle Bland. Once again, if you're just joining us here for this JV matchup between the Kaiser High School Golden Tornado and the visiting Berkeley Springs Indians, Berkeley Springs jumped out to an early lead. Kaiser took a timeout, and coming out of that timeout, went on a 6-0 run. And deep three there for the Golden Tornado, extends the lead 14-6. Berkeley Springs looks to come back the other way. Drive. And they're going to say the foul occurred while he was in the act of shooting. So number 20, LT Towson, will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Berkeley Springs Indians. He makes the first. And he makes both. That brings the score to 14-8 with 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the second. Trey Dawson brings the ball up the court for the Golden Tornado. Gets the ball to Devlin. Gets it back over to Ravenscroft. Gets it to Dawson. Dawson with a little pick and roll action. 3 is no good. Rebound fought for by Devlin, but taken there by number 3, Kyle Bland. Berkeley Springs trying to work the ball deep into the basket there, trying to get down into the lane, but it's been cut off nicely by the Golden Tornado defense. Kaiser playing a man defense, switching when they can. Berkeley Springs trying to go through and take advantage of those matchups. Good rebound there once again by Trey Dawson. Strong drive, but unfortunately is unable to finish. Rebound taken there by number 10. Alex Doyle for Berkeley Springs. Gets it to number 12, Connor McConaughey. And the Indians come back the other way. Drive by number 12. Kicks it back out. Jumper, no good. Rebound there by number 44, Liam Devlin. And the Golden Tornado get the ball the other way. Fury drives baseline, gets it back out to number 2, Eli Burke. Burke gets it to Dawson. And they will say out of bounds off the Indians. Possession will go to Kaiser. Berkeley Springs gets the rebound. Kyle Bland gets the ball over. Isaiah Houdershout. Berkeley Springs working it back. Drive, baseline cut. And they're going to say that number 10, Alex Doyle, traveled before he gets the shot attempt off. Into the game for the Golden Tornado. Dawson, Fury, Garland, Burke, and Ravenscroft. Burke gets the ball out to Amoruso, who drives, works his way down, and will get blocked there. But they're going to say that he was hacked on that block attempt. So with 2:12 left in the half, Amoruso will go to the line, and he hits the first. And he hits both. After a sloppy turnover, Monk Garland gets a little pick. Not going to get much easier on the night there for Monk Garland, but he'll take it as he lays it in and extends Kaiser's lead to 20-8. Once again, if you are watching at home, we are noticing we are having some internet delays here. We are noticing that our bit rate is slowing down a little bit on our stream. We do apologize if you're getting a little bit of a choppy feed. There's not much we can do about that. That is the internet that we are running with here at the school. So we'll do the best that we can to try to go through and take care of that, but try to adjust some settings here and maybe not make that not as choppy for you all on your end. Two minutes, 5 seconds left to go here in the first half. Kaiser leads Berkeley Springs 20-8. Kaiser in a full court press. Speeding Berkeley Springs up. Number 3, Kyle Bland tries the baseline drive, cut off nicely there, taken by Trey Dawson. Looks to run the other way. Kaiser does have numbers, 5-on-4. Amoruso looks to drive, cut off there, gets it back to Dawson. Dawson drives off the back of the rim. Rebound taken there by Berkeley Springs, and they look to come the other way. Kaiser had a little momentum there, had a chance. Kyle Bland was still on the court a little bit after he went down on Berkeley Springs' last offensive attempt, but he got up and quickly hustled back, prevented the Golden Tornado from getting any points from that possession. Berkeley Springs having a lot of trouble with this pressure defense. And those quick hands by the Golden Tornado force another turnover. Unfortunately, Golden Tornado not able to go through and finish and convert there, as Amoruso was not able to convert on the layup. And layup is good for Berkeley Springs, their first points of the second period. .25 seconds left to go in the second. Kaiser can hold for last shot if they wish to do so. And Maruso thought about driving left. Resets, gets the ball to Trey Dawson. Dribbles to his right off a double screen. Three-pointer, no good off the back of the rim. Berkeley Springs looks to try one last heave. And it was close, but it is no good as time expires. In the first half, Golden Tornado lead the Berkeley Springs Indians 20-10. We want to thank you once again for joining us for tonight's broadcast here on Tornado TV. We are going to step out for a couple quick ad breaks here. And we come back, it will be halftime here from the campus of Kaiser High School. Once again, we'll be back here in about a minute and a half on Tornado TV. Once again, if you are joining us, we are at halftime of tonight's JV matchup between the Berkeley Springs Indians and your Kaiser High School Golden Tornado. Right now, both varsity teams out on the court, just getting in some warm-ups, getting in some work, staying loose as they wait for tonight's activities to go through and happen. It'll be especially important tonight because this is, once again, senior night for the Golden Tornado, which means there will probably be a longer than usual pause between the JV matchup and the varsity game, as the Golden Tornado will go through and recognize and celebrate their seniors. Again, there are 5 of them tonight on the roster. Seniors Evan Ack, Leighton Valentine, Demarian Allen, Cameron Samples, and Ian Spiker. We'll all go through and get recognized by the Kaiser High School administration, the basketball staff, everyone that's gone through and been a part of this program. We have about 5.5 minutes left here before the teams go through and come back out, and we have the second half. Once again, if you were sorry, folks. Had to step out. Berkeley Springs Radio is actually going to be here covering the game as well. Had to go through and help them go through and get a little setup. Media helping out media. So once again, if you're just joining us, tale of this game. Berkeley Springs jumped out to an early lead. Timely timeout by Kaiser coach Nick Landis allowed the Golden Tornado to reset. And from that point on, the Golden Tornado have been on a tear. They took the lead after 3 quick layups and have not relinquished that lead ever since. So we will see as this second half begins exactly how this starts off. Do the Indians start off with the same sense of urgency that they started off the beginning of the first? Or do the Golden Tornado continue to pull away here as the third period is underway? And at the start of the third, another unforced turnover. Golden Tornado, first possession of the second half. Trey Dawson brings the ball the other way. Gets the ball down low, strong, up and under finish, but it is short. Rebound taken by Kyle Bland. And the Indians will look to go the other way. Pick set there by number 11, Isaiah Houdershout. Freed up a little action there for the Indians. But it is cut off nicely by the Golden Tornado defense. Cross court, 3-shot, short, no good. Rebound, Trey Dawson. He looks to push and run for the Golden Tornado. Nice outlet pass. Chris Amoruso, as he was going for the layup, is going to be fouled. But they're going to say he was not in the act of shooting, that it happened on the floor. Golden Tornado will look to inbound. Trey Dawson slaps the ball, looks to inbound for the Golden Tornado, gets it in. Amoruso resets, gets it to Dawson. 3 from the corner, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Eli Burke. Ball will go to the Indians. So Golden Tornado is looking to set up a little full court press. The trap right at midcourt. Indians break that pressure and will reset into their half-court offense. Monk Garland out there, providing pressure. Ball works its way. The corner, floater from the elbow, no good. Skying in for a rebound. Number 14, Colton Dixon, keeps the ball alive for the Indians. But once again, untimely turnover will give the ball to the Golden Tornado. And with 5:16 left, Golden Tornado will look to go through and make a move. Garland with a little finger roll as he drives in. Gets the layup. And the Golden Tornado extend their lead to 22-10. Nice move there by Monk Garland. Find some space. No good. Rebound there taken by Trey Dawson. Looks to push the other way. Finds Garland once again. Try the little Euro step to go through. Ball gets deflected out of bounds off the Indians. Garland will look to inbound the ball. Slaps the ball, signaling the motion, gets it into Dawson. Nice move. Nice set work there by the Golden Tornado. Dawson just kind of paused as the other Golden Tornado made their moves. He was left completely unguarded, and Monk Garland just nice little inbound pass. And probably the easiest layup of the night for Trey Dawson. Dawson with 3, just off the rim. He's had a couple of those tonight, has had some really good looks. And they've been just a little bit offline. Dawson now looking to come the other way. Lots of contact, but they're going to say, I guess, that was incidental, feet being tied up. No whistle at all on that contact that sent multiple players to the floor. And the floater will fall for Berkeley Springs, bringing the score to 24-12. And Baruso drives hard to the basket, rims out, rebound taken there by number 12, Connor Houdershout. Sorry, that's Connor McConaughey. I need to go through and fix this handwritten roster provided to us by the Berkeley Springs staff. Berkeley Springs swings the ball over to the right-hand side. Taken away there by Ravenscroft. And the Golden Tornado look to run. Dawson pushes the ball up, gets it back out to Garland, thought about the three. Kicks it over to Harris, drives in, and he scores the layup. Everything just working right now for the Golden Tornado as they extend their lead 26-12. Ball gets loose, but tracked down there by number 23, Jalen Miller. Hounded out there by Monk Garland. And that ball will be deflected by Matthew Fury out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Indians. Fury will head to the bench, get a little bit of a breather. Check into the game for the Golden Tornado. Number 44, sophomore forward Liam Devlin. Long cross-court pass there for the Indians. And they return it to Sender. Jumper from the elbow, no good. Rebound taken by Devlin. And the Golden Tornado look to come the other way. Dawson gets the ball to Garland, gets it back. Harris with the long three, and it is good. Bryson Harris with back-to-back buckets for the Golden Tornado. And timeout for the Berkeley Springs Indians as they have seen the Kaiser lead grow to 29-12 with 2 minutes and 31 seconds left to go here in the third. With that timeout, we will step out for a 30-second ad break from tonight's sponsor, Ducky's Bar and Grill. We'll be back here in 30 seconds on Tornado TV. Once again, we want to thank you for joining us here on Tornado TV, spending your Monday night watching some Kaiser High School boys basketball action. Bonus coverage once again as we bring you the JV matchup between the Kaiser High School Golden Tornado and the visiting Berkeley Springs Indians. Berkeley Springs will look to inbound the ball. They do so into the backcourt as number 3, Kyle Bland, barks out some borders. Tries to get the offense set up. Nice defense there by Chris Amoruso as he cuts it off. Gets it to Monk Garland, who, lets it off the front of the rim. But Liam Devlin with the nice follow, rebound, and the putback for 2 points for the Golden Tornado. Extends their lead to 31-12. Garland was unable to go through and get the initial points, but Devlin crashes the glass, goes through and gets the bucket. And Chris Amoruso says, not in my house, as he rejects that shot out of bounds. Possession will stay with Berkeley Springs as number 3, Kyle Bland, will look to inbound the ball for the Indians. Kaiser playing with both a little increased energy and momentum on both the offensive and defensive sides of the floor. Devlin there intercepts that pass. And the Golden Tornado looked around the other way. Once again, if you joined us at the top of the program. Oh, that three for Eli Burke. Kind of rattled around, bounced on the rim multiple times, but would not fall. Once again, as we talked about at the top of the program, this Kaiser JV team, if you've watched them at all on the year, especially on stream, they're a team that loves to turn defense into offense. Likes to score a lot in transition and fast break opportunities. And they have done that tonight. Very active hands there. Once again, Chris Amoruso gets in the passing lane, picks that off, and now Amoruso brings the ball down the court for the Golden Tornado. Gets the ball to Harris, back out to Amoruso. Looks to drive baseline, but is cut off. Gets the ball back out to Harris. Eli Burke resets, top of the key, gets it to Amoruso. And the Golden Tornado space out to reset. Harris's drive is no good. Leads to a long outlet pass. And the bucket will fall for number 5, Parker Marcy. That time Amoruso loses the ball. He gets his pocket picked. And number 3, Kyle Bland, gets another basket. Back-to-back buckets for the Indians as they look to close out the third on a 4-0 run. 8 seconds left to go here in the third. Amoruso being hounded. 4 seconds left, 2 seconds left. Amoruso's shot will not fall as the buzzer sounds. So once again, as these two teams enter into the fourth, Kaiser leads Berkeley Springs 31-16. Berkeley Springs does a good job there at the end of the third, trying to go through and get back some of that momentum. They end the third on a 4-0 run on back-to-back layups. Close a little bit of that gap. While we are at a break here in between quarters, we are going to step out for a 30-second ad break from tonight's sponsor, Ducky's Bar and Grill. We'll be back here in 30 seconds on Tornado TV. Once again, we thank you for tuning in to Tornado TV. If this is your first time watching or you haven't done so already, if you could go through and give us a like and subscribe if you want to go through and stay up to date on all things Golden Tornado. We enter into the fourth as Liam Devlin inbounds the ball to Trey Dawson. Dawson holds up a finger, goes through and barks out some commands, gets it into Devlin there in the low post. Strong move there by Liam Devlin as he goes up and gets another bucket for the Golden Tornado, extending their lead 33-16. Nice offensive set there for the Golden Tornado as they work that ball into the low post. And it now allows them to go through and set up their defense once again. This defense that has been giving the Berkeley Springs Indians a lot of fits here. From about the 4-minute period of the first quarter on. Berkeley Springs will look to inbound. Nice active hands there by Eli Burke, who takes that ball away on the inbound attempt. Trey Dawson tries to run the other way, but gets cut off there. Berkeley Springs did a good job of getting back. Dawson gets the ball to Devlin, dribbles to his left and gets it back to Dawson. It's down to Ravenscroft, who's hounded there by 2 Berkeley Springs defenders, and it results in a turnover. But Kaiser gets it back. Dawson with the floater, and it falls just inside the free throw line. Trey Dawson with a little floater. And with 5 minutes and 48 seconds left to go in the game, Golden Tornado extend their lead 35-16. 20-footer from number 23, Jalen Miller, will not fall. Kaiser looks to come back the other way. And once again, if you're the Golden Tornado, there is no shot clock. They can look to go through and run time if they want. But this is a team that is usually in attack mode. Ravenscroft, jumper, no good. It's a little shot from the elbow that this team works on a good bit in practice. Ravenscroft had a good look, but this time was unable to go through and get that shot to fall. Not quite sure how number 21, Ethan Rawlings, was able to get that ball out of there into the corner. But either way, he's able to go through and keep possession with the Indians. 3 shot by number 23, Jalen Miller, no good. Kaiser rebounds and looks to run. Devlin gets hit hard on the layup attempt. In that situation, that was not ball. That was the top of Devlin's head. The defender was able to go through and catch with the elbow and the forearm. Devlin is, however, to tough it out, and he drains the first free throw. And Devlin makes both. So Liam Devlin able to go through and shake off the hard foul. Goes through and drains both the free throws for the Golden Tornado. And now active on the defensive end, almost goes through and gets a turnover. But number 21, Ethan Rawlings, once again, who has somehow been able to go through and do some masterful passes from the floor. Ricochets that one off Devlin, out of bounds, and keeps the possession with the Indians. This time, however, Rawlings is not able to go through and corral the ball. Some debate here between the officials and the bench as to which way the possession arrow should be facing. They're going to say the possession arrow should be with the Indians, and Berkeley Springs inbounds the ball from under their own basket. Jumper from the free throw line is no good. Eventually, Trey Dawson does come down with the rebound, and he looks to push. And they're going to say Dawson took one too many steps. Trailing 37-16, Berkeley Springs looks to inbound the ball. Things getting a little chippy here. As this game starts to come to a conclusion, a little chirping back and forth between some of the fans and some of the players. Ravenscroft floater, no good. Rebound taken by Berkeley Springs. Pass is intercepted there by Bryson Harris, who looks to run the other way. Harris gets fouled hard. Very hard foul on Bryson Harris as he went for the layup.
Will the seniors and their parents please line up down here at the end of the gymnasium underneath the gold and black archway? Again, the seniors and your parents, if you would kindly go down the archway. Thank you.
And with 3:28 remaining in the game, Harris will go to the line shooting 2. Harris does drain the second. So with 3:25 remaining, Kaiser leads 38-16. Kaiser's defense once again with another strong takeaway. Really, Kaiser's defense has been the story of this game. They have forced multiple turnovers. And really, other than the first 4 minutes of the game, they've cleaned up the glass as well. You have to think that whatever Coach Nick Landis said to his team during that first time out in the first, it really has changed the complexion of this game. And since that point, the Golden Tornado have played much better basketball. Monk Garland will bring the ball up the court for the Golden Tornado. He's joined on the court by Matthew Fury, Bryson Harris, Liam Devlin, Mason Ravenscroft. Fury backs his man down and scores. Strong move there from Fury. Got the ball in the low post. Was able to isolate his man. Shot is no good, but there's a tie-up. Possession arrow will go to the Golden Tornado. Monk Garland will bring the ball down for the Golden Tornado. Spin move no good. Devlin tries to get the rebound, but unfortunately he tips it out of bounds. Looks like there's going to be official time. Looks like they're going to say there might be some blood on the court. It's like Harris will check out. Yeah, a little blood on his arm. Harris is going to check out. Eli Burke will check it in his place. And looks like we have the same on the Berkeley Springs side. Number 10, Alex Doyle was going to check out. Number 21, Ethan Rawlings is going to check in. So good job by the officiating staff there, officiating crew there, noticing that either one or both players were bleeding and getting them off the court to get that taken care of. Once again, this has been a physical game. So the fact that this is the first time that there has been a situation with blood is actually kind of surprising. Number 10, Alex Doyle was checking back into the game, so looks like he's good to go. Burke steps into the passing lane there, but it's deflected off of him out of bounds. Ball will stay with the Indians. Berkeley Springs looking to get something going. Deflected there by Eli Burke. Burke unable to finish, but Monk Garland does come down with the rebound. It was a really good job there by Burke. He actually knew he had the defender there, initiated the contact, just was not quite able to go through and finish. coming the other way. Berkeley Springs tries to get the ball in, but it's going to be taken there by Fury. And in a held ball situation, the possession area does favor the Golden Tornado. So with 43 seconds left in the game, Golden Tornado will take possession once again. Once again, a little confusion there between the officiating staff and the scorer's table as to which way the possession arrow was supposed to go. They do finally decide that it is Kaiser possession. That's twice now this game where there has been some discussion and debate about whether the arrow got flipped. First time they did decide to go with the official on the floor. This time they decided to go through and go with the scorer's table. 8 seconds remaining. Kaiser can just dribble this game out. 2, 1. And that is the ball game. Once again, want to thank you for going through and joining us for bonus coverage of the JV matchup between the Berkeley Springs Indians and the Kaiser High School Golden Tornado. Kaiser goes through and picks up the 42-16 victory here on senior night. Hopefully that is a good omen of what will come later tonight during the varsity matchup. If you could hear the in-house announcer, Mr. Dave Bowden, there during the fourth, he was calling for the parents of the Kaiser High School seniors to start making their way and get lined up there during the fourth. So hopefully there won't be too much of a delay here between the conclusion of the game and the start of the senior night festivities. Once again, the JV game did get just a little bit later start than we had originally scheduled. Game was supposed to go through and start at 6. It started closer to 6:15. Was a little bit of a delay in Berkeley Springs arriving. But that can be expected when you have to travel as far as they did. So we will step out very quickly here for an ad break from tonight's sponsor. When we come back, it will be senior night festivities here from Kaiser High School. Actually, it looks like they are ready, so we will not step out for our ad break. We will turn things over to house announcer Dave Bowden, and he will do the senior night festivities.
We would like to present a certificate and a pen to each senior. is a junior member of the basketball team. During high school, he has been a part of the drama club. After graduation, Damarian plans to enter the workforce. Cameron Samples is being escorted by his parents, Ronald Samples and Megan Lloyd. He is a 4-year member of the basketball team where he serves as captain. During high school, he has been involved in drama, journalism, and yearbook editing. He has been on the honor roll all 4 years. After graduation, Cameron plans to enter the workforce. Ian Spiker is being escorted by his mom, Wendy Spiker, and guardian angel dad, Jeffrey. He is a 4-year manager for the football team and a 4-year member of the basketball team where he serves as captain. During high school, he has been involved in Key Club, Chick-fil-A Leadership Academy, and Student Council. In addition, he has been on the honor roll all 4 years. After graduation, he plans to attend Potomac State College and major in education. Leighton Valentine is being escorted by his parents, Josh Valentine and Beth Hassider. He is a 4-year member of the basketball team and a 4-year member of the baseball team, which were runner-ups in the state tournament last season. During high school, he has been a part of journalism, drama, and has been on the honor roll all 4 years. This past fall, he was voted second runner-up in the homecoming court. After graduation, Leighton plans to enter the workforce. Gentlemen, we sincerely thank you for your dedication towards your school, and we wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the Kaiser High School class of 2025 boys basketball seniors. Let's give them a rainbow tornado applause.
I'll just put.
All right, folks, once again, that was the Kaiser High School senior recognition for seniors Evan Ack, Leighton Valentine, Demarion Allen, Cameron Samples, and Ian Spiker. Some guys that have been a part of this program for quite some time. And once again, they quickly then head over to get in and be part of their their warm-up line so they can go through and head out onto the court and get ready for tonight's varsity matchup. So you can see the timer running there behind us. It is 7:19, but the clock has started, and it looks like this game will tip off in just about 19 and a half minutes. We will go through and work on getting you details on tonight's starting lineup. A couple things to know about both teams. Berkeley Springs enters into tonight's contest with a record of 10-10. Kaiser enters tonight's contest with a record of 7-12. The Indians are averaging about 48.3 points a game while giving up 49 points a game. Kaiser enters into tonight's contest averaging 49.3 points while giving up 58.4. Now, while Berkeley Springs does have the better record, if you would go through and take a look at the weighted RPI rankings, Kaiser actually is ahead of Berkeley Springs. Kaiser is 20th in RPI, even though they have a 7-12 record. Berkeley Springs is 28th. The Golden Tornado have had opponents with a 47% win percentage, while Berkeley Springs opponents have only had a 38% win percentage. Overall, the Golden Tornado's strength of schedule is .4952, while Berkeley Springs' strength of schedule is .4184. So basically, Berkeley Springs has a better record, but they have played a little lesser quality opponents. So they have more wins in the win column. But we'll see what happens tonight when these two teams face off. I am joined for this varsity game in the booth by outstanding sophomore distance runner, cross-country athlete, soccer athlete, sophomore class officer, man of many talents, Mr. Luca Altabello. Luca, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be back.
So if you have been joining us here on Tornado TV, Luca did one other game with us, a girls game earlier in the season. This is his first chance to go through and be in the booth for the boys game. Looking forward to a nice matchup?
Yes, sir. Yep, it should be good. So this is the last week of the regular season. So we got regionals for both teams next week, or 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks for the boys, yep.
So Kaiser's looking to have a confidence builder because they have 3 games this week, so confidence builder going into those big games here in the next couple weeks.
And they're going to need that confidence builder. Unfortunately, the Golden Tornado are coming off 3 straight losses. They lost a close matchup against Fort Hill, an even closer matchup, falling 74-72 against Petersburg. Losing too close. And then, unfortunately, they did lose a pretty substantial matchup to Mountain Ridge in their last matchup. So the Golden Tornado looking to right the ship this week, pick up some momentum here, hopefully starting with a matchup against Berkeley Springs, a team that they actually faced earlier in the year, back on January 29th, when the Golden Tornado went to face the Indians in Berkeley Springs at Berkeley Springs High School, where they picked up a 60-48 victory earlier in the season. So hopefully, if you're Coach Fury and you're the Golden Tornado, this is your chance to go through and right the ship a little bit, get a little momentum as you're heading into playoffs. And listen, the one thing, if you've been following local, at least area boys basketball, in the area between Kaiser, Frankfort, Mountain Ridge, Southern, Fort Hill, Allegheny, it's been a toss-up. Like if you listen to or you talk to any of the local sports writers, they've told you that the local boys basketball scene has been basically anyone can beat anyone on any given night. So the Golden Tornado, even though their record is not exactly where Coach Fury would want it to go through and be, this is still a team that has life entering into playoffs.
Yeah, that's right. You definitely don't want to be going dry in the playoffs, like I said, but you can lose basically every game in the regular season, but go into the playoffs and advance to the states and win the state title. So anything is possible for this older squad right here.
And the Golden Tornado, those seniors that we did mention, Evan Ack, Leighton Valentine, Demarion Allen, Cameron Samples, and Ian Spiker do get a good bit of time on the floor for the Golden Tornado. So this is a crew that has spent a good bit of time playing together, and we'll see what they're able to go through and accomplish tonight here on senior night. Going to send Luca over to the scorers table and see if we can see projected starters for tonight. See if we can go through and get that lineup information and bring that to you here before tip-off. We're going to go through and step out for a real quick ad break here from tonight's sponsor. Once again, we want to go through and thank Duckies for sponsoring tonight's stream. Once again, if you're just joining us, Duckies has now 2 locations under the Duckies name. They have their original location in Piedmont, and they have just converted and remodeled the old Orioles Club location into the Duckies Tavern. So if you have not had a chance to go through and stop by and check that out, it's in the old Orioles Club location there across from the Martins Complex, and it has been completely remodeled. Go through and get a chance maybe before another boys basketball game. They are in action later this week. Stop by and check that out and give them some action. But we'll step out for a real quick ad break and be back here in 30 seconds on Tornado TV. Once again, if you're just joining us, about 10 minutes left here during the warm-up portion as both teams go through and get ready before this varsity matchup as the Golden Tornado go through and host the Indians from Berkeley Springs High School. we once again want to go through and thank you for joining us on Tornado TV. And if you have not done so already, please give us a like and subscribe. That always goes through and helps you go through and stay. Whenever we go through and post more content, you can go through and be the first to know that that's there. And it helps us out, go through and get our subscribers up. Looks like we have maybe some projected starters here. Luca, you want to go through and run us through who's starting tonight for the Golden Tornado?
So yeah, so it's senior night like we know. So we got the all seniors starting. So we got Evanak, Leighton Valentine, Demarion Allen, Cameron Samples, and Ian Spiker.
Hey, 5 seniors. Might as well start them on senior night,
That's right. So hopefully lots of experience and a bigger lineup tonight. So should be fun. And we also have great depth coming off the bench as well. So we don't need to worry about whenever they come out of the game what's going to happen there. So. And then for the Berkeley Springs Indians, we have Landon Stotler, Brendan Hoover, Jake Alabar, Kyle Moore, and Landon
Stomp.
Yeah, sorry.
Stomp.
Yeah.
If we're mispronouncing that, we're going to go through and apologize ahead of time. If there's anyone in the chat here, if there's anyone from Berkeley Springs that's happening to tune in here on Tornado TV, you want to give us a phonetic pronunciation there of Landon Stomp.
Stomp. I don't know.
Stomp.
I'm not even going to try.
Yeah, we're just going to go with that and hope that that's the correct pronunciation. If you want to give us a little shout out there in the chat as to the proper pronunciation of that, we'd appreciate it. Once again, we don't have a just like the JV game, we don't have a full roster for the Berkeley Springs Indians. We have some names, but we don't have jersey numbers or anything like that. At least at this point, we're still trying to go through and track that down from the scorers table, and we will do our best to go through and give players the recognition they deserve. But if you are a Berkeley Springs Indians fan and you're like, why are my players not getting their names called out on air? It might be just because we can't go through and do that based off of the rosters we've been given at this point.
I'll try my best to get the numbers whenever they are announced.
So what do we think? Have you had a chance to go through and catch some boys games this year?
I have.
Luca?
They're definitely coming along as the years gone on. They definitely grown because they have a lot of juniors and rely heavily on the junior class as much as the seniors. So the juniors are still trying to figure out the varsity aspect of this sport because it's a different thing than JV and freshmen, definitely. So the record probably doesn't reflect this, but I would say that they're definitely learning. So Kaiser fans should definitely look for better results in the future due to this junior class. And the senior class has been phenomenal for the past couple of years. Like, some of them have been a part of that sectional championship a couple of years ago and a good team last year. So I'd say overall a pretty good year.
Well, and listen, they have picked up some big wins.
Yes.
The 50-47 win against Allegheny the last time they picked that up back on Valentine's Day. And anytime you can beat Allegheny, that's always something that Kaiser appreciates doing.
And 2 big wins against Frankfort. Not just close wins, really. Well, they beat them by 6 last time, but the first time they beat Frankfort, it was by 9. So that's 2 big wins right there.
Yeah, anytime you can beat the cross-county rival, we always go through and take that. And then, of course, they were able to go through, and once again, we talked about they did beat this Berkeley Springs Indian team back on January 29th. They do have a win earlier against Mountain Ridge. You know,
that was big.
We won't talk about the second Mountain Ridge.
Yeah.
We won't talk about the game at Ridge, but the game that was played here they picked up a big win, 51-39 against a very, very good Mountain Ridge High School basketball team.
At the time, Mountain Ridge was ranked #1 in the area. Probably, like you said, the area rankings have been just so skewed this year. It's been crazy to tell.
Yeah, and they also have played twice against Hampshire. Now, both of those games, they were losses, but they played Hampshire very tightly in both of those contests, and really, if you would come down to it, it really came down to a possession or two in both of those contests. If you could swing that one way or the other, Golden Tornado could very easily have picked up at least maybe one win, maybe possibly 2 wins there in both of those situations.
Both times, it's just 2 little mistakes late in the game, and that was just the deciding factor. And if they can fix that up in games like tonight, that's a win right there. You're in the win column for that game. Now to switch focuses here, this past weekend, the wrestling team just won the region championships. For the first time in a couple years, we had a region champ, Jackson Swingle. He was the state champion for 106, but 126. And then we had lots of state region runner-ups, including Jake Anderson, I believe.
You have to look it up now.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's hard to go through and know them all because the wrestling team was so successful, right? This is the team that did win regionals. I actually was talking to your granddad about this yesterday, of all people. Kaiser is in a region that is very heavily contested when it comes to wrestling. It's a very loaded region. There were some upsets in that, and Kaiser was still able to go through and win that. So Kaiser is going to be sending, I think, they said 8 wrestlers to states in some capacity. So that's a program that I know Coach Roadtruck has worked very hard on, and those wrestlers have put a lot of their time and effort into, and they're going to have a chance to go through. And now it's the kind of the individual states. They went and did the team states.
Yep.
The team duels. Now it's the chance to go down and kind of do it on the individual side of things.
Also, to put this into perspective, most sports in West Virginia are split up into 3 or 4 classes. West Virginia's, wrestling is one of the few that's only split into 2, so they have single A and double A teams competing, so that's a huge deal. I have the region results pulled up here. So Jackson Swingle was a champion, Lane Metcalf was runner-up, Tanner Dietrich runner-up, Jake Anderson runner-up, Liam Gould was 3rd, and let me tell you, I traveled to St. Mary's to watch that tournament, and Liam Gould, he wrestled a great day and secured him a spot, and I don't think if many people would have said you're going to go to states for 3rd, that would not have happened, so great job, Liam Gould. Owen Rochuk 3rd, Caden Durr 3rd, and Alec Dietrich 4th. And then Bucky Shoemaker was 5th, and Deacon Stanislazic was also 5th. So great showing this past weekend by the Golden Tornado. And I also believe Ryan Swingle, a freshman, was 5th, and Chase House was also 5th. So great showing out there this past weekend.
And talking to some of the staff on there, some of these wrestlers that placed 5th or even lower, they didn't necessarily have the individual showings that they would have wanted for themselves. But they did go through and pick up match wins that were really, really important, that helped secure that team win for regionals. So, as much as wrestling is an individual sport because you are wrestling your individual weight class, it is still a team sport where you're trying to go through and pick up points for your team as well. So, in those types of situations where you have individuals who, could have hung their head and could have, said, oh, my tournament is not going the way I want it to go, they still go through and show up and pick up some points in so much of these situations where it counts.
Wrestling's just such a hard sport mentally and physically on your body. They work so hard all year, and to be able to be conditioned for these type of moments, like Lane Metcalf, his match went into overtime, and he looked great. It just didn't come out the outcome that he wanted, but they work so hard mentally and physically all year. So great job. And also, Tanner Dietrich, I think, had his 150th career win this past weekend.
Yeah, I saw that. So let me ask you this: as someone who is a distance runner, who do you think is better conditioned, you or one of these wrestlers at this point? It's a different type of conditioning,
yes,
I get that.
Yeah. So if someone said go out run a mile, I would probably be able to do it faster. But if someone was like go do push-ups and run a mile, wrestlers. So I think we're equally conditioned in our own way, but they're both really hard to be conditioned at the highest level like they are.
Spoken like a very mature athlete there, Mr. Altabello.
Thank you.
All right, folks. We have about 30 seconds left here. We're going to turn things over to our in-house announcer, Mr. Dave Bowden, and we're going to try to get some numbers here for the Berkeley Springs Indians as we get ready for this varsity matchup.
Kaiser High School Administration and the West Virginia Secondary School Activities Commission would like to remind all individuals of West Virginia State Board Policy 4373 that prohibits the use of any tobacco products on school property and during The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and yes, spectators are remembered. The next time you attend an athletic contest, think of how history will remember you. Choose the side of good sportsmanship the next time you attend a good sporting event. Remember, good sports show you how to play the game. This is a public service message from the West Virginia Secondary School Activities Commission. All right, now let's meet these teams. First, let's meet the starters for the visiting Indians. Number 3, Jake Oliver. Number 4, Landon Shamrock. Number 5, Brennan Hoover. Number 14, Kyle Moore. And number 34, Landon Stockler. The coach for the Indians is Mr. Chad Bryan. And now for our homestanding Golden Tornado. Here's your starting senior 5. Number 25 is Spiker. Number 5, Cameron Sample. Number 3, Kamari Allen. Number 2, Lane Valentine. And number 1, Evan. The coach for the Golden Tornado is Mr. Scott Fury. We now ask that you all please stand. And men, remove your hats as we honor America with the singing of the national anthem by Kaiser High School student Elena Puffenberg.
And with that, we are ready to get this varsity matchup between the Berkeley Springs Indians and your Kaiser High School Golden Tornado underway. Once again, this is a Kaiser High School Golden Tornado team that at this point should be hungry for a win.
That's right, yep. They should come out and get this jump ball and go score bucket quick.
Again, Berkeley Springs Interstates contest winners 3 of their last 4. Kaiser has lost their last 3. But it is senior night, and we are starting 5 seniors, and these guys are going to be motivated.
Berkeley Springs wins the tip against Cameron Samples.
Three ball, it finds nothing.
Kaiser ball, and Spiker, the senior, number 25, will take the ball out. Inbound to the point guard, Demarian Allen.
Interesting to see exactly what set Golden Tornado set up here on their first offensive possession.
Cam Samples let it fly, no good. Berkeley Springs will come up with the rebound.
So both teams start off their first possessions with deep threes. Both teams come up empty. Ball poked away there by Allen.
Leighton Valentine comes up with the steal. Demarian Allen, he's a tough guy on defense. I mean, he's very energetic, and a good take by Cameron Samples, and the 2 is good.
Yeah, first bucket of the game goes to Samples. With that, Kaiser is on the board. Berkeley Springs looking to do something here against this man defense that the Golden Tornado have opened the game in. This is a Kaiser team that Coach Fury quoted as being very lanky, very long.
Yeah, they do have some height. I mean, most guys on this squad are over 6 foot.
Valentine does a good job getting in the way of that shot, but the jumper does fall.
Who's that for?
And I think it was Brennan Hoover that goes through and scores the first basket for the Indians.
Samples in the post, a little hook shot, no good.
Yeah, too strong off the back of the rim. Looks like Samples is the early offensive presence for the Golden Tornado.
If we can get him going and get him hot, he's hard to stop. And another miss.
Nice rebound there by Allen, who pushes the ball up the court. Long pass. And strong finish there by number 2, Leighton Valentine. As the Golden Tornado reestablish their lead 4-2. 5 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in the first.
Valentine on ball. Number 34.
Landon Stotler, yep. Try to get the ball out there.
Brandon Hoover drives in, kicks out to Landon Stotler. He pumps fake shot, no good. Rebound by number 14, Kyle Moore.
This Kaiser defense, this senior Leighton Kaiser defense has been pressuring everything.
And
strong rebound there by Kyle Moore. Back-to-back offensive rebounds there for Kyle Moore. Keeps that possession alive and gets the points for the Indians.
Evanak with the drive, tough, but good move by Evanak.
Yeah, went to the left hand there, switched hands on the drive.
It's hard, he's left-handed, and it's hard to guard a left-handed basketball player. Spiker on ball. Oh, turnover.
Oh, yeah.
Cameron Sample goes the other way. He misses the drive. Number 5, Jake Alabar, comes up with it.
Oh, heavy contact. Allen gets stepped on and it gets...
Kyle Moore capitalizes on the man down and comes up with the bucket.
Yeah, Brennan Hoover and Allen collide. They both end up on the floor, but it does result in a Berkeley Springs basket. That time Samples is not able to convert.
Kyle Moore seems to be the early offensive threat for Berkeley Springs, as well as Cameron Samples does for Kaiser.
Right now, Coach Fury seems content to allow this senior starter core stay on the floor. You know, sometimes when it's senior night, you let them play a minute or two, and then sub in other players. But here we are with 3 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the first. All 5 seniors continue to stay on the floor.
Well, Braylon McGreevy goes to check in just as you said that.
The old announcer curse.
And an air ball by number 34, Landon Stotler. DeMarion Allen comes up with the board and goes the other way. Leighton Valentine pump fakes, drives. No good. A little contact there on the shot, but no call.
Yeah, so far, very, very few whistles early on in this contest, even though there's been a lot of contact.
Number 4, number 3, Jake Alabar has the ball.
Bended there by Ian Spiker.
Landon Stotler has the ball, guarded by Cam Samples. Hand off to Alabar.
Good job there by Leighton Valentine cutting off that drive.
That's right, yep. Pass out the feet. DeMarion Allen comes up with the deflection, drives down, tries to force it to Cam Samples. It'll be no good. Braylon McGreevy and Grayson Lamka will check into the game. Also want to make note, we do not have numbers for Berkeley Springs bench players, so we will not know who the reserves are.
So we're just going to call them by their number, and
yep.
We apologize for not having names there, but
Evanak goes to inbound the ball, looks down low, passes to Leighton, swings to Cameron Samples, he lets it fly, no good. And it goes over the backboard, so Berkeley Springs will go the other way with it.
I will say this about Cam Samples early on in this game. He is not afraid to go through and shoot the ball early on in this game.
I mean, it's
shooters have to shoot, right?
Yeah.
Whether they're going or not, if you're a shooter, you just have to let the ball fly, and eventually it's going to find the bottom of the rim.
He has a good range, too. I mean, in the lob to number 14, and it's good. Kyle Moore has 6 early points for the Indians tonight. He's the leading scorer. Evanak lets it fly now, air ball. Leighton Valentine comes with the tough rebound, and a timeout will be called by Coach Fury.
It looks like Cam Samples is limping very heavily as he makes his way towards the bench. And that timeout may have been more to get him off the court and looked at more than anything else.
Junior number 23, Lane Champion, will come in. Evanak again rebound the ball.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure that they actually charged a timeout there. That might have been an injury timeout.
Yeah, my apologies, yes. I think you're right.
There was a stoppage, and it did look like the officials were pointing towards the Kaiser bench.
The ref did look, and Leighton Valentine lets it fly. It'll be no good. Grayson Lamka with the rebound. He forces a shot, no good.
Lamka had 2 good looks there. Second time around, he probably would have been better off by passing and resetting the offense, but can't blame him for trying there as he did, once again, get it up on rim.
Jake Alabar has a turnover forced by Leighton Valentine. So far, pretty good defensive possessions there by the Tornado. Braylon McGreevy working in the post, and no and one on the floor. My apologies.
Yeah, they're going to say that he was fouled on the floor.
Yep.
That is, however, one of the first whistles that we have heard of this game. So with 1 minute and 14 seconds left to go in the first, Golden Tornado will look to inbound the ball underneath their own basket.
That was fouls on Kyle Moore. Champion pump fake, slings to Valentine. Grayson Lamka looks to set up the offense.
So if you hear Kyle Moore's name a lot for the Indians, that's because he is their leading scorer, and of course he has picked up their only foul of the night.
Evanak dishes it. The McGreevy kick out to Lamka. Valentine slips a little bit, swings to McGreevy. Pass to Evanak, he drives with the reverse, no good. And the Indians will come up the other way with it.
Yeah, I think he hit bottom of the backboard there instead of rim. Found himself a little too far under the basket there.
Jake Alabar brings it up. Number 5 will let it fly, and it'll go. Brandon Hoover right there with the points. He's got 5 on the night. Tornado look to go quick. With 25 seconds left, we'll see if they'll try to force a last shot here. Champion in the post, pick out to Valentine. He'll slip again.
That's twice now Valentine has slipped on that end of the court. Don't know if there's something on the floor itself or...
Evanak will shoot it, he'll brick and try to tip it in. And no good, no shot. So the Tornado trail early here, only down by 5. So there's still hope for them. It's really early, so and it's overall pretty good defensive possessions for the Tornado.
Yeah, I mean, you've held your opponent to 11 points in the first, which is good.
Yeah.
The only downside of that is you've only scored 6 yourself.
Yeah.
So
I think instead of for the Tornado, you got to stop forcing the shots and you got to look to set up the offense because they have some good sets. They just have to utilize them to be able to get some easy buckets.
I agree. All right, with that change in periods here, we're going to step out for a 30-second ad break. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Tornado TV. Once again, we thank you for joining us here on Tornado TV for this Monday night matchup between the visiting Berkeley Springs Indians and your Kaiser High School Golden Tornado. I am Derek Perano, joined by Luca Altabello as we bring you this senior night matchup.
So it's a all heavy junior squad now. We have Ian Spiker, the lone senior out there. Camden Owens checked in, number 5 there. He's also a junior. Takes to McGreevy, swing to Lamka. He'll fall right in the same spot Valentine has.
Yeah, someone needs to get out there on the court and find out what's exactly on that spot because everyone who goes near there has been slipping.
And number 3, Jake Alabar will score his first 2 points of the night on the good play drive right there. And Camden Owens will try to force a shot, and it'll be no shooting foul. It'll be on the ground right there.
They're going to say it was be a shot on the floor.
That'll be on number 3, Jake Alabar, his first foul of the evening.
If you're Kaiser right now, you got to get some of those sets going. Another trip right there as McGreevy trips coming out of that set.
I don't know what's going on. I mean, normally you'd say this is not home court, but it is their home court, so maybe they just need to adjust on the fly right here. Grayson Lamka, quarterback role, commanding the offense, hands off to Ian Spiker, swing this champion. Swing to Owens. He looks to dish it in the paint, swing to McGreevy. Lamka now, mid-range, and it'll go. Oh, that was a 3, sorry.
Yeah, 3 for Jason.
Big shot right there.
Grayson Lamka. And Grayson Lamka gets his first points of the night.
That's big for the Tornado. Number 1, we don't know his name, but number 1 will have the ball. Number 1 drives, and it'll be no good. Braylon McGreevy come up with a rebound.
Lamka looks to push the ball. Might be fuming a little bit after that basket made.
And off to Spiker. They're in a set now, which is good. Spiker with the... And great shot by Ian Spiker right there. His first 2 points tonight. Tough basket right there,
Tough basket. Drew a lot of contact on the shot.
Yeah, no foul, though.
No foul called. And the Golden Tornado trail by 2.
Yep. Coach Fury sat down and said, hey, listen, we need to work our sets and stop playing one-possession basketball, and I think they made that adjustment. They're doing a way better job this quarter already. Deep 3, no good. Camden Owens will come up with the rebound, assisted by Braylon McGreevy. Lamka at the 1 still. Owens looks to shoot, and Grayson Lamka will shoot again, and it'll be good again.
Grayson Lamka feeling it from downtown.
Yep.
2 3-point baskets.
Has
the Golden Tornado in the lead, 14-13. Lamka not normally the 3-point threat. Usually when you think threes, I think Ian Spiker.
Yeah. Good defense right there by Lamka. Air ball by number 5. Tornado are on a 7-1 run at the moment. Ian dishes in the paint to McGreevy. He'll shoot, he'll let it fly now, and it'll be no good.
Fast-paced basketball now as both teams trade possessions.
In my opinion, fast-paced basketball, it's fun basketball to watch.
Yeah.
Number 1 will have the ball. Once again, we don't have his name. Number 34 will have the 14, Kyle Moore, leading scorer tonight. Number 5, Brennan Hoover, Landon Stotler, Kyle Moore.
Berkeley Springs running a lot of these cuts along the baseline. Kaiser doing a good job of switching, cutting off those drives.
Berkeley Springs must.
Oh,
And the
rejected.
Rejection by Lane
Yeah.
Champion in the big effort to save the ball there. I will say I watched the JV game today, and Berkeley Springs moves the ball really, really well. They must
They do.
focus on that a lot in practice. Landon Shrutnoff will check into the game there. Scoreless for him still. As we're waiting for the inbound, the girls' varsity basketball was on the road tonight at Elkins.
Lob attempt, no good. Ball is fought over heavily, and
Foul.
they call a foul on the floor.
Looks like it's going to be on Ian Spiker, his first of the night.
Berkeley Springs will inbound from the far base or the far sideline. Number 1, once again, don't have a number or name. Number 1 inbounds, passes it over. Back to Stotler. And an errant pass.
As Evan Ack looks to check in for Lane Champion, the senior. We'll see what he does on his senior night tonight.
So on the floor for the Golden Tornado, Lamka, Ack, Owens,
McGreevy and Spiker.
Yeah, Spiker and McGreevy.
Ack has 2 on the night, and a turnover for him. Berkeley Springs look to go quick. Good move by number 10. And it'll be a blocking foul by number 1, Evan Ack.
And that will send number 10 for Berkeley Springs to the line.
He makes the first. Demarion Allen checks in for Spiker.
Kaiser cheerleaders did their best to try to affect this shot.
He'll miss the second one. McGreevy comes up with the rebound. Good student section tonight as well for the senior night on a Monday.
That student section combined with the cheerleaders feel like they had some impact on that free throw attempt.
Good look there by the Ack-McGreevy combo, but just couldn't come up with it. Berkeley Springs go the other way. Number 1 will shoot, and he'll miss. A rebound by the Tornado.
Allen pushes the ball up to Ack, looks to drive, gets caught in the lane. A lot of contact there as he tried to go with the left hand, but they're going to say no foul.
Kaiser fans looking for a foul there, but no call.
Baseline drive, kick, and
good,
out of bounds.
another good defensive possession there. Force a turnover, Tornado ball. 2 subs for number 2, Jaden Michael will check in. And Joseph Howler-Schelt, number 54. Demarion Allen with a shot, no good.
Just off, I mean, he had a good look.
It looked like it was
just
going
right off
in.
just right off the front of the rim. Berkeley Springs gets it to Landishoff. Back over number 1. Down baseline.
Kick out, stumble with the ball. Cam Owens there. Number 4, Lennon Fortnoff is in the game.
Number 1, nice drive there on the little give and go. And Kaiser looks to push the ball as Demarion Allen gets it up to Evan Ack very quickly.
Braylon McGreevy in the post. Cam Owens kick out. He'll let it fly. No good. Almost got tipped back in by the Berkeley Springs player there.
1 minute and 36 seconds left to go in the half. Kaiser trails 16-14 in a very heavily contested, very fast-moving first half.
Ian Spiker and Valentine look to check in. Berkeley Springs are again in the lead. In number 4, Landon Shortnoff will step out of bounds. Just lack of awareness right there. See if Kaiser can tie the game and try to regain this lead going into the locker room.
Another long pass from Allen up to Evan Ack, trying to catch Berkeley
Pump fake.
Springs.
And looks like a foul, but on the ground, so the bucket is no good, no and one opportunity for the Tornado.
You can definitely tell since Allen
wait.
It looks like it's a bonus opportunity.
No, the foul was before the shot.
Foul was before the shot.
Yep. Foul before the shot, Evan Ack at the line. And no good for the first shot. Ack this year has been in many opportunities where these free throws of his have become very critical. Like against Allegheny, I think he shot 8 or 9 in a row, and they were very critical, and he made almost 3/4 of them. And he'll miss the second one. I did not mean to jinx him as I said that.
Luca, that's the old announcer curse right there, Luca.
Yep. I apologize, Evan. Halderschelt drives.
And they're going to say he traveled. It's like when you're watching the football game and the announcer says he's made 9 out of 9 of his last field goals.
Yep. That's on me. He looks to refocus now, though. He's focused and ready to make the next couple. Less than a minute to go in the first quarter. Ack has the ball. Demarion Allen in the paint. Good find there by Evan Ack, and Demarion Allen will go to the line.
It seemed like since Allen has checked back into the game, he has definitely been trying to get this offense going and trying to push the ball up. A lot of long pass attempts.
Yeah.
Trying to get the offense going very, very quickly here. So let's see if Allen can now convert from the charity stripe.
And his will be no good.
In a game where all the points matter, these baskets.
And he'll miss the second one, so we're 0 for 4 tonight.
Nice rebound there from Grayson Lamka.
And he'll find Valentine, and it is tied. That's huge. Great job, Grayson and Layton. Layton has 4 on the evening. If Layton's under the basket most of the time, he's making that shot. He doesn't miss under the basket. I mean, and someone said that's the hardest shot in basketball, even though it looks pretty easy. And number 10 will drive. Number 10 will drive and make it 18-16 with 18 seconds left to go. Kaiser looks for a last-second shot to tie or gain the lead. Kick out to Grayson. He'll swing to Spiker. Ack. 8, 7. Oh, and it'll get stolen. And number 1 will make it right before the buzzer, so they'll go into the locker room. Tornado will trail by 4.
Yeah, just about the worst way possible if you're a Golden Tornado fan for the half to end. You're hoping to go through and hold at least for a chance at the last shot to go in down by 2. Hopefully have a chance to go through and tie or maybe take the lead on that possession, but gets pocket picked right there out in front of the three-point line, and it leads to a fast break opportunity and 2 more points for the Berkeley Springs Indians.
So the Indians are up by 4, and Coach Fury just needs to resettle his team and just tell them that, hey, we can't make these silly mistakes that we're making where we slip and fall or we make a bad pass and it's at their feet and it's not a shot opportunity. It needs to be at their hand and ready to shoot. So it's just little things. They're doing the big things right, but the little things now is what's going to set them apart between an L or a W tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the Golden Tornado, they've had some good looks.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not necessarily that they're taking bad shots.
No.
It's just the ball is not finding its way through the cylinder at this point in time. And, basketball is one of those sports where sometimes it's the old quicksand type of thing.
Yeah.
The more you kind of press and the more you try to go through and do, sometimes the harder it goes through and gets. We'll have to go through and see, can this team go through and find a way to put it through into the bottom of the net here in the second half?
I mean, their defense is phenomenal tonight, I think. It doesn't reflect the score, but they have had multiple possessions where they have forced turnovers for the Indians, and so I think that they maybe adjust one thing there, and it's a different ball game too. But the offensive things, they need to get going on offense.
Well, and maybe once again, we talked about this I talked about this during the JV game. The JV game really was a defense turning into offense type of situation. A lot of fast break opportunities. If you're the Golden Tornado here at the varsity side, maybe that's what you need. You're playing good defense. Can you then make that into a transition game? Instead of trying to play your half-court game and trying to go through into your sets, can you get some fast breaks, some easy lay-ins, do what Berkeley Springs did right there at the end of the half, steal a few points to get back into this game? Great half for Grayson Lampka.
Yeah, he's
2 for 2.
Yep,
2 for 3. 6 points on the night.
And 1 rebound. And
couple assists too, right?
Yeah. Leighton Valentine is the next scorer with 4, just 2 under the basket shots, but critical baskets. Then we have Ack with 2, Cameron Samples with 2, and Ian Spiker with 2.
Quiet night so far from McGreevy.
Yeah, he has the looks, but the defense is just collapsing on him. So if I'm Braylon, I'm looking for opportunities to kick out for an easy 3-ball because the defense is just swarming him because they know he's a talented player and he's good. So they have to look for other options if he's not open tonight.
Yeah. So we'll see what second half adjustments both coaches go through and make. We're going to go through and step out for a couple little quick breaks here at halftime. And when we come back, we'll go through and get you ready for the second half of tonight's matchup between the Berkeley Springs Indians and your Kaiser High School Golden Tornado. while we wait for the teams to go through and get warmed up, do want to go through and talk to you about something new that we are seeing to go through and offer. The Kaiser Athletic Trust is starting to go through and raise funds to provide financial support to Kaiser High School athletics. If you want to go through and find out how you can go through and get involved, you can see the QR code there on your screen. The mission of the Athletic Trust is to create long-term fundraising to help all student athletes. Now, the immediate goal of the trust is to help with the field turf resurfacing and with the building of a multi-sport athletic building. If you are interested in coming to meetings, there are monthly meetings, and there's information there. You can go through and find them on Facebook. And once again, QR code is there to go through and find out about the Kaiser Athletic Trust and how you can help out with that.
The multi-sport athletic building is important as well. So sports like cross country, track, softball, cheer, maybe baseball, I think, and soccer all have a place to go, like a locker room. And the field is also a big deal for soccer and football, so that way they don't have to travel and they can just play here in Kaiser, so fans have easier access to come watch them. So definitely every dollar helps, and if you're willing to donate, thank you in advance. So yes.
So once again, more information about that, you can find the Kaiser Athletic Trust on Facebook. And if you tune into more Tornado TV, we'll have more information about that during tonight's broadcast. And we'll also go through and have some information during our Thursday broadcast of the boys game as well. So just once again, anything you can go through to go through and help, it would be greatly appreciated.
So now we're back in action. Berkeley Springs is leading by 4 if you're just joining us. Number 3, Jake Alabar has the ball in the post. Number 14, Kyle Moore. Number 4, Landon Shortenoff. Now number 5, Brennan Hoover. Pump fake by number 4. Number 3, Jake Alabar drives. Kicks out. 34, Joseph Hauderschelt. He checked in late in the second. Oh, sorry. Number out.
Deep 3 there by number 3. Jake Alabar is no good.
And Grayson Lamka will come up with a rebound. Demarian Allen will conduct the offense at this moment. Swing to Owens.
Got 2 good guards right now on the court for the Golden Tornado who can both handle the ball, like to go through and set the offense up.
And a foul there by Landon Stotler in the post. It'll be reach and foul, so no shot under the bat. It'll be under the basket. Evan Ack will look to inbound the ball.
Ack slaps the ball, tries to go through and get the motion set. Had a little trouble getting in there, but had to go through and get it in deep to Lamka.
Ack again, swing to Lamka. Demarian Allen. And the foul. Good look by Ack, and the good awareness of where you are and where the defender is by Braylon McGreevy. The 2-3, most games I've watched, the defenses against the Tornado have been in a man, and this is a 2-3 zone tonight. I can't say for the away games, but this is definitely an adjustment maybe for the Tornado. And McGreevy sinks the first one. Maybe this will spark his little run. Like we said, he's been a little quiet, so maybe this will spark a big game for him, or big half. And he'll make the second one.
The games that I've gone through, Doug McGreevy is a good free throw shooter.
Yes.
For someone who would be considered a big on the court. Pressure defense from the Golden Tornado.
It looks like Coach Fury will take a timeout, talk it over for a second.
All right, with that, we will step out for a real quick 30-second ad break. We'll be back here in 30 seconds on Tornado TV. And if you're just joining us, Kaiser High School Golden Tornado find themselves trailing the Berkeley Springs Indians 20-18. 6 minutes and 37 seconds left here in the third.
Indians scoreless in this half so far. Braylon McGreevy is hoping to spark a run for the Tornadoes, taking 2 free throws.
Nice takeaway there by the Golden Tornado.
And Evanak will miss the and one, but he is fouled.
So right now, almost kind of what we talked about there during the half. The one thing that was working well for the Golden Tornado was their defense during the first half. And right now, that has definitely been what they have kind of pressed a little harder on here at the start of the second half, really upping that defensive pressure, and it has turned into instant offense.
Evanak will miss the first one.
He's been a little cold from the free throw line tonight.
Still has 2 for the night, though. But he'll make the second one.
Hopefully that will get him going.
And he has 3 on the night. And DeMaurian Allen with the tip. Steal by Camden Owens, and he'll give it away to the Indians. And they look to move on to the offensive transition. Number 5 with drive. He'll come back out and slow things down a little bit. And it's blocked by Camden Owens. The 3 ball is blocked. That's a tough thing to do. DeMaurian Allen looks up. Nothing. Grayson Lamka. Oh, and he'll turn it over.
Oh, the trailer. Did not see the trailer there.
Nope.
Kyle Moore, who had fallen down on the play and was late getting back on defense, perfectly goes through and intercepts that pass.
Kyle Moore is the leading scorer tonight for the Indians. Number 14, Kyle Moore, goes to the ground and will be fouled. He's fouled by number 11.
You know, it's tough when you're the Golden Tornado and you're coming back on offense there. You're so used to looking forward as you're wanting to go through and kind of push the ball, and then that random trailer just comes through from behind and just kind of picks that pass off. It's hard to go through and anticipate that.
Absolutely, 100% there. Number 4 will let it fly.
Deep 3.
No, Brandon McGreevy comes up with the board.
Hard to think that the Berkeley Springs coach is going to be happy with that choice selection.
Yeah.
When it comes to taking that shot, which was a good 6 feet behind the three-point line.
Braylon McGreevy will make the duck under, and he'll make that. And so he has 4 in the night.
Berkeley Springs looks to run the other way. They do have numbers temporarily, but the Golden Tornado hustle back on defense. Allen will pick up a little cheap foul out front.
The Tornado are on a 5-0 run right now. Indians still scoreless in this half.
That 5-0 run has brought them from trailing at half to now leading by 1. Once again, this has been a back-and-forth contest between the Indians and the Golden Tornado.
Good block by Camden Owens. Student section erupts behind us.
And gives him a little flex. Not enough to go through and draw a foul, but had just a little bit of a flex there after that block. Got to be careful. Doesn't want to go through and draw a foul in that situation.
He's had 2 of those tonight. I think a deflection for the 3 ball, and then that. I mean, he plays hard all the time. Coach Ferry can always count on it. If he wants someone to play hard, Camden Owens is that guy. Three ball, no good.
Rebound tipped and then finally taken by Allen.
Ack goes and drives, and he's fouled by number 34.
The Allen to Ack deep push. Like that outlet pass has been there.
And if I'm the Berkeley Springs coach, the percentage of 3 balls that has been made and compared to shot tonight is immense. And Ack goes and makes his first free throw. But as I was saying, I mean, if I was a coach, I'd be looking at how can we score in other opportunities, because they haven't scored in almost 4 minutes, and that's not good.
Well, and the 3 is not what got them into the lead of the first half in the first place.
It's been the runaway baskets that the Tornado have allowed. So I think they need to refocus their energy towards the easier buckets.
Ack misses the second. But once again, this relentless Kaiser defense forces a turnover. Number 1, Bethel George for the Indians.
Tornado are in a press at the moment, trying to increase this read to give him a little buffer right now. Spiker will inbound the ball. DeMarion Allen comes up with the ball, and he'll look to set up the offense or try to score here. Lamka. Lamka again, he drives. Kick out to Spiker. He looks to shoot. Will drive, fade away. No good. Grayson
Rebound.
Lamka with the effort to rebound, but it'll be no good.
Yeah, strong rebound there by number 14, Kyle Moore, who really has done just about anything tonight for the Indians.
Grayson Lamka with a tip, and it'll be knocked out of bounds. Good effort there, though.
Listen, if there's one person on the court that you can say always is going 100 miles an hour, it is Grayson Lamka.
Yes.
There is no quit.
Sometimes that's a bad thing, but most of the time it is a good thing, because sometimes he'll drive and just going a little too fast. It's a good look, just can't finish. But he's another one like Camden Owens. He'll work hard always. He's a workhorse.
Berkeley Springs looks to inbound. Once again, facing this heavy pressure. This press that Kaiser has put into place coming out in the second half. They are able to get it across.
Grayson Lamka will come with the steal, comes the other way. 100 miles an hour, like we said, and he'll kick out to Ian Spiker. Just swing to Allen. Braylon McGreevy looks, he's beyond the arc. You never see that for Braylon McGreevy. I mean, he's always almost under the post 100% of the time.
And they will feed it into him.
DeMarion pump fake, drive, kick out Owens. He'll drive now. Braylon McGreevy hook shot, and it's good.
That's his game. I mean, he's so strong in the paint. And in the first half, the Indians did a good job of denying that. Nice basket there.
Kyle Moore. He has
Kyle
8
Moore
on the night. Increases more points on the team to still be their leading scorer. That's their first spark of light.
And listen, Kyle Moore is basically put this Indians team on his back. He's doing just a little bit of everything for this team.
Yeah. And there'll be a foul on the Indians there. I'm not sure who exactly on.
See if it shows up on the scoreboard here. Does every now and then.
Indians look to make a substitution. Oh, all right. Grayson's at the line, looks to sink this basket here. Oh, number 1, Bethel George will come up with his first foul. Grayson focuses, and it'll miss the first one. Free throw shooting tonight for the Tornado has not been good.
Yeah, it looks like they're saying team fouls. Berkeley Springs with 5, Kaiser with 2 in the third.
Grayson Lamka will sink the second one, though. And Kaiser is in the bonus, and that will definitely be a help to them.
Another takeaway.
With the steal. Air ball, though, and Bethel George will come up with it.
That's twice now where Owens has come away with a steal on this end of the court. He's just rushed it just a little bit.
Yeah.
One, it resulted in just giving the ball back to the Indians, and there he just kind of rushed that shot just a little too much.
Another three-pointer by the Indians, and it'll go the other way to the Tornado. But yeah, Camden Owens, he's a good player, but he just has to slow down just a little bit.
Yeah, and listen, in a game like this, you talk about kind of the quicksand game sometimes, you know, where like the more you kind of fight into it, the more you kind of sink down. But of course, Kaiser being in the bonus of the situation, even though that foul occurs all the way on the other end of the court, Kaiser is going to come down and shoot 2.
Yep. Cameron Samples checked in. Quiet night for him as well also, but Leighton Valentine right now is at the line. That's who we'll focus on. And he'll sink the first one. Nice. Cameron Samples will check in, and Leighton Valentine, he has 5 on the night.
Nice, smooth-looking free throw there from Valentine.
Oh, and he'll go 1 for 2, but, and Camden Owens will be called for over the back.
Kaiser still will not relent from this press. They're up 4. I think that's their biggest lead of the night.
Camden Owens once again will deflect it, and Berkeley Springs, Kyle Moore will come up with it, but will be fouled by Cameron Samples. That was a hard foul too.
A little bit of a chaotic sequence there.
Yeah.
Looked like Owens was going to go through and get the steal, but the ball just kind of ricochets off. And Kyle Moore somehow ends up with it, and he ends up going to the free throw line and hits the back of the rim, but the free throw still falls.
Yep, he's got 9. Let's see if he can go for 2 for 2 to be into the double digits.
Hey, listen, Kyle Moore, sometimes it is your night.
Yeah. And Indians are now within 3. It'll be
Looks like it's going to be off of Cam Owens, out of bounds. Ball's going to stay with Berkeley Springs.
Tornado needs to watch how they're playing defense now because they're at 4 fouls. You do not want to be in a foul situation with the Indians are also in the bonus with you because that's a huge advantage they have right now. Number 4 will let it fly. It'll bounce off the backboard.
And they're going to call foul, so we are going to go to the other end of the court. Nope, they're going to say
no, it's just an inbounds.
Inbounds foul.
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
It's hard to see with all these monitors and the players there.
Monitors, players, cheerleaders.
And Grayson Namco will lose the ball when he comes up with it. Drives, Cam Owens lets it fly, and it'll be no good. Tornado, they need to attack the basket because you got them in foul trouble. If you shoot it almost 8 times out of 10, they're going to foul you, and you're at the line, and that's some easy buckets. Kick out, and he'll throw it out of bounds. That's a couple times they've done that tonight.
Yeah, just a little reckless, a little careless with the ball, a little cavalier with the ball tonight.
Yeah.
For the Indians. Looks like Allen and Ack are going to substitute back into the game for Lamka and Owens.
Looks like we got the original starting lineup for tonight, all seniors. We'll see if they can get a redemption here and increase this lead from 3 to maybe more. Still, Indians have only scored 3 points this half.
Gonna get a push, it looks like, on number 14.
Kyle Moore, that's his 2nd foul of the night, and Cam Samples will go to the line. We'll see what he can do. Cam Samples on the night, he has 2 points, so let's see if he can get something going. And he does.
Samples was in the game early, got a little bit of an ankle injury there, and sat for a while.
I think previous coach, Coach Staggers, went into the locker room and got it taped up for him, I think. And then he'll make the 2nd one. He's 2 for 2. Hope that free throw percentage, and he has 4 on the night. Timeout will be called by Berkeley Springs. Coach will talk it over, maybe readjust there.
Yeah, so with 1:38 remaining in the third, Kaiser leads Berkeley Springs 28-23. We're going to step out for a 30-second ad break from tonight's sponsor, and then we'll be back on Tornado TV. And we welcome you back to the campus of Kaiser High School. Here we are on a Monday night. This is Derek Perano, joined by Luca Altabello as the Kaiser High School Golden Tornado host the Berkeley Springs Indians for senior night. Now, when we left to go before this timeout, Kaiser had all 5 seniors back on the floor. And looking at what they're coming out of timeout, it looks like that will remain the case here coming out of the timeout for this final minute and 38 of the third.
Yeah, the Indians' slow start to this half. The Tornado, they have scored 10. They're on a 10-3 run right now. Definitely a low-scoring quarter.
Air ball for the 3.
Lane Valentine got up there. Big effort for the block, and he'll come up with the ball now. He'll look to drive and pump fake. Swing to Samples, excuse me. Swing to Ack. He'll command the offense now. Senior night squad, redemption tour right here. They're looking to make this lead big. And he'll get fouled by number 1, Bethel George. That's his second on the night.
Ack has found his way to the free throw line multiple times tonight.
Yep.
He's kind of had a split bag.
Yeah. He's just got to capitalize on him tonight, and he could have a high-scoring game because he has 4 already. Let's see if he make it 5 right here. And then he'll miss this one.
And you can see the visible frustration.
Yes.
Like Ack knows that these are shots that he needs to go through and hit.
And he'll make that one.
And that's been the case the last 3 times. He's been
Yep.
1 for 2. I mean,
Yeah.
he has made 1 of 2 the last 3 times he's gone to the line. Oh, nice steal there by Allen, but then loses it right back.
And he'll get fouled by Ian Spiker. They'd be on the ground, though, but it doesn't matter. They'll go to the line because they're also in the bonus now. Ian Spiker with his second foul of the night.
And for the final 56 seconds of the third, both teams will be in the bonus.
Jaden Michael, his first appearance, we've talked about him tonight. No stats for him yet. Let's see if he can get on the score on the stat sheet. And he'll miss.
That one was halfway through the cylinder and then bounced back out. Those are the ones that always frustrate you as a ball player.
And he'll make the second one. So he's on the stat sheet now. Really, if only like 5 or 6 people for Berkeley Springs have scored tonight. I don't have all of them because we didn't have the numbers at the beginning of the game. Now we do. But only 5 or 6 of them have scored.
Allen looking to go through, get the offense going.
Leighton Valentine with the ball now. He looks to drive. Oh, and it'll be tipped away by Bethel George, number 1. Leighton Valentine will slip, trying to go for the steal. And a walk for the Indians.
Listen, I'm not sure what Valentine has on the bottom of his shoes, but he needs to get the old hand rub going here. Rub those shoes down.
Allen commands the offense with all 5 seniors on the ground. And a foul by Leighton Valentine. Costly foul there because there's 50 seconds left and Tornado up by 5. You don't want them to go into the fourth quarter with a little bit of momentum.
Right, stops the clock, gives them a chance to go through and score some points here without that clock running.
Yeah, just let him get across half court and let someone else pick him up without you getting another foul on you. That's his first of the night, so he has something to give, but don't want to give up too many. And number 10,
Sean Bland.
Sean Bland, he will miss the first free throw. Another one, first time we're talking about him tonight. He, as far as I know, has not scored, so looking to get on the stat sheet with this shot right here, and he'll miss as well. And right now we'll come up with it. 12 seconds left.
Allen gets
hounded
hounded there.
And Sean Bland will get his redemption. He'll get that steal. And those 2 points, but referee blows the whistle for something.
His time. Saw him say, my time, my time.
Not sure what it was, so we'll just move on. 3, 2, Evanak, and a 1, and he'll air ball. So the Tornado really have to buckle down here on the fouls because some of them are gotten a little bit of trouble. We have Evanak with 1, Leighton Valentine with 1, Damari Allen with 1, Cameron Samples with 1, Kevin Owens with 1, and Ian Spike with 2. So they need to buckle down so they don't have to foul late in this game and maybe get some of your key players fouling out.
So we enter into the fourth. Golden Tornado up by 3. What do you think Coach Fury is talking about in that huddle as he talks to his players here on senior night?
I think, well, some of Braylon McGreevy and Grayson checked in. I mean, I think I'm saying, listen, guys, we need to clean up with the ball a little bit. We can't just go down and slip. Or we can't go down and pass the ball. We need to make sure we're being intentional with the ball and making our shots are quality shots so that way we have a high percentage shot to make this and increase this lead because they are winning and they have the momentum as we speak, but they have to keep it to go into this fourth quarter. We can't slack off and let Berkeley Springs come hit a 3 or and 1, and they have the momentum going forward.
Well, and that run that went through and got them back in this game in the third, pressure defense.
Yeah.
And getting the ball inside, right? Whether McGreevy got some of his first points of the game on the inside.
Yeah, keep doing that. Keep keep feeding McGreevy in the paint as long as he's in, and make him go to work. Make them foul you, because they won that quarter. They won that quarter, so they have the momentum, like I said. So let's see what they do now. Ian Spiker will inbound the ball to Allen.
And if this game does stay close, these free throw shots, if Kaiser does find itself at the line again like it did in the third, we're going to have to do more than shoot 50% from the free throw line.
And I talked about the defense Indians were in, and they just switched to man. And DeMarion Allen just comes up and airballs a shot. Not a high-quality shot. They're maybe working around because they don't have to rush here. They can take their time because they're winning. They don't have to rush and try to go for a dumb shot. And Bethel George will hit a three-pointer. That's huge for the Indians. That's one of the few that they made. So it's tied up now. Momentum.
Well, in that situation there, Allen kind of took a risk. He kind of came off his man. He kind of came off his man and tried to go for the steal, left George open for the three. And then on the other end, commits the turnover. So right now, Allen might be just a little sped up. We talked about some of the struggles that Cam Owens was having a little bit earlier, that kind of quicksand moment.
They need to play some good defense like they had in the first half, like right there, and they can't let easy buckets happen just like that. Because Berkeley Springs, if they're under the basket, they are going to capitalize on that. Kyle Moore, once again, he will now enter the double-digit club with 11.
Evan Ack fouled. While in the act of shooting. So once again, here we are, familiar story tonight. Evan Ack finds himself back at the line. He's 50% on the night.
And he'll make that. Coming out of the huddle, maybe Coach Fury or his dad, Coach Ack, was like, hey, listen, we need you. If you're going to keep getting fouled, we need you to make these shots for us to win this game. And he'll go 2 for 2 there. And it's all tied up once again.
Good sign.
Yep.
Good sign for Evan Ack hitting both those free throw shots.
He's refocused, and he's ready to get some big baskets. Oh,
Berkeley Springs breaks the press and has numbers.
Oh, and they'll kick out to number 3, and he'll break that shot. Grayson Lamco comes with the ball, and they slow it down, which is smart. They need to slow this down. And Spiker at the small forward position.
Yep. 6 minutes, 35 seconds left in the game.
Pump fake.
Game is tied.
Looking to shoot. DeMarion Allen. Pump fake.
Evan Ack calling for the ball back out at the top of the key, and this senior leadership right there, right?
Yep.
He's calling for the ball, wanting to go through, get everyone reset, calm down.
He's like, I've been here before, guys. We need to slow down. Just call the offense and let's work here. Let's work hard for these last 6 minutes, and let's get this win. And Grayson Lamka will force a shot, and it'll be tipped out by McGreevy, but it will not go in favor for the Tornado. And Jake Alabar comes with a rebound.
That lob there.
Not sure who that was. Evan Ack is going to be, the ball shook away. Clean. He wanted a foul, but no foul.
And once again in this situation, the Golden Tornado seemed to be a little sped up. And after back-to-back buckets,
Jake Alabar with a good move there. He'll go for 4, I think, on the night.
They are now up 35-31, 5 minutes and 36 seconds left.
Grayson Lamka pump fakes, and he shoots a 3, but it won't go. Berkeley Springs up 4. Tornado have got to get an answer for Jake Alabar and Kyle Moore, or this game could get out of hand. And he'll walk. As I say that, Cam Samples and Cam Owens, the 2 Cams, will check into the game. The cheerleaders and this home crowd here is trying to get this Tornado squad on the senior night hyped up and ready to get this win.
Yeah, decent crowd on hand tonight for a Monday night game. Kind of hard to go through and see on camera, but the home side stands pretty well packed. The away side has some openings, but Berkeley Springs does have a good ways to travel.
Yeah. And Braylon McGreevy right there, that's a big shot.
And right there, if you're Kaiser, that's your bread and butter, right?
Yeah.
Keep feeding McGreevy on the inside in the paint. Good things happen when you get the ball to McGreevy. Looks like I think they're going to get Lamka for a little foul. It's Kaiser's first team foul.
They have got to be smart. 5 minutes left to go in this ball game here. Number 34, has the ball. Bethel George now. He had a clutch three-pointer earlier in this quarter.
Yeah, the way this game is playing out is, yeah, he is across the line.
Yeah, Bethel George with a costly turnover there. That's huge for the Tornado right there. Dwayne Allen will bring up the ball.
Yeah, less than 5 minutes ago, you have to think that the way this game has played out the whole game, almost every possession for the Golden Tornado is going to matter. Strong bucket there for Cam Samples.
As you say that, Cam Samples has his gets his sixth bucket on the night, so 6 points for him. Dwayne Allen with the steal. They go the other way. Cam Owens passes Lamka. Will miss. Oh, it's okay. They have to look the other way, and Grayson has to be like, hey, I missed that. On to the next. Let's go. Timeout, Berkeley Springs. They want to talk it over, slow things out.
Yeah, so here we are in a game with 4 minutes and 11 seconds left, tied at 35-35, right back where we kind of started. Both of these teams have been back and forth the whole game. We're going to step out for a 30-second ad break from tonight's sponsor, Ducky's Bar and Grill. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Tornado TV.
Welcome back to fourth quarter action. Kaiser High School boys varsity basketball game is tied up against Berkeley Springs Indians 35-35 down to the wire. Before we get going again, as the sophomore class president, I just want to talk about the fundraiser that is still going on since the last time I was on here. This week is the last week, so if you want to get a chance to win over $250 in gift cards, you need to call the school or come to one of the basketball games this week and get some tickets.
Yeah, great fundraiser, great way to go through and support the sophomore class. Get a chance to go through, get yourself some really good gift card opportunities.
Some good local businesses in the Kaiser area and some fast food chains for you too. All right, let's focus back on this basketball game now. We got Berkeley Springs has the ball coming out of the timeout. Bethel George, he's been a crucial guy coming off the bench. He didn't start tonight.
He's had a lot of minutes for the Indians.
And I mean, well deserved too. I mean, he's played hard and he's played well too. I mean, he's smart. He moves with the ball well. I mean, he moves off the ball well, which is important.
Right now for the Golden Tornado on the floor, Lamka, Allen, Owens, McGreevy, and Samples.
Grayson with a hand in the face, no good. McGreevy comes up with the rebound there. Allen brings up the ball. Being that senior, he's like, calm down, guys. Let's go. Get into the offense. Let's get something going. Grayson with the ball here. Into the paint for McGreevy, and a foul on the floor, though.
And at this point, fouls are great, right? Like, even if you're not getting baskets, drawing those fouls, getting the team foul count up, getting your team into the bonus, especially in a game that's this tight.
Yeah. That foul was on Landon Stotler. That's his fourth foul. So guys, we need to attack him. We need to take everything we have at him right now, and we need him to.
Yeah. Evan Ack checks back into the game for Cam Owens. He will be the one inbounding the ball for the Golden Tornado.
Cam Samuels the height, and he'll miss. Braylon McGreevy will get the rebound, and it'll go. That's huge. Great play there by Braylon McGreevy, and he has 8 on the night. He has 10 on the night. I'm sorry.
And he walked. Number 10, Sean Bland. Shifted the feet before he was able to go through and dribble. And right now, if you're the Golden Tornado, this is an opportunity to put some distance between you and the Indians. Big time possession right now for the Golden Tornado.
They get this. They're up by 4, and that's huge. 2-possession ball game right there. Just don't force anything. Don't rush. We have time.
Nice curl there from Ack. Gets the rebound, tries to get it to Lamka.
Oh, and it won't fall, but he'll go to the line.
Grayson Lamka going to be hard pressed to find probably a stronger guy on the floor than Grayson Lamka.
Sean Bland with the foul. That's his first. Oh, that's his second. I'm sorry. And he'll sink the first one.
Golden Tornado now lead 38-35.
Grayson has 8 on the night. Looks to get 9 right here. And he will. He gets a 9.
Some clutch free throw shooting right now for the Golden Tornado here in the fourth.
Good defense by Lamka there. Tries to go for the steal, won't go.
Oh, but he does poke it away. Get down on the floor. Yeah, there we go, Golden Tornado.
Other way. Here we go. Oh, and he'll calm it back down.
Hey, listen, smart move there from your senior.
Yep, experience there. That's where
right.
experience is
you
good.
have the lead. You have time. Make it work for you. Allen, a dangerous pass there. Lamka forces up a shot.
Oh, and it won't fall. I couldn't tell if that was a 3 or not.
No, it was not. It was well inside the.
Yeah.
I mean, Lamka is open there, but I don't exactly know that that's, a jumper, a 20-foot jumper. I don't know if that's the shot that Coach Fury wants in that situation.
There's no shot clock in WV, and if you're winning, just take your time. But we look to go the other way. Indians with the ball now. They look to get an open shot here.
Yeah, right now this possession crucial for the Indians. If they come up empty-handed here, there's a very good opportunity for the Golden Tornado to run a lot of clock, and you're more likely than not forcing a situation where the Indians are going to have to foul. Deep 2, no good.
Tough shot there. Grayson Lamka goes the other way. Oh, and he'll miss. And the put back by Braylon McGreevy, and he has 12 on the night. He becomes our leading scorer. I mean to tell you that the impact he has on this game tonight is immense. It's big impact.
It's not just the amount of points. Oh, easy bucket there, however, for number 34, Landon Stotler. He kind of got lost behind the defense there.
Not a big scoring night for him, but a starter. But back to Braylon McGreevy, I would say that he is the most crucial part of this team right now. He is the guy that went into that game not starting to do this tonight, but he is like, guys, give me the ball and I will finish. I will score.
There's always, of course, the amount of points you score, but then when you look at a game about when the points are being scored, and it just seems like he finds a way to get baskets at the most crucial time periods. And tonight is another one of those examples where I'd be interested to go back and watch the game, but almost every one of those 12 points feels like it came in a very crucial moment for the Golden Tornado.
I think he had 2 or 3 in the first half, but the rest of them have came this half, and they have been in parts where the Tornado have been dry or they haven't been scoring well. So that's big for the Tornado right there.
Golden Tornado cheerleaders trying to get the mighty rumble going here for the student section. Once again, we want to thank you for joining us here on Tornado TV for this last 58 seconds of this West Virginia SSIC matchup between the Golden Tornado and the Berkeley Springs Indians.
Grayson Lamka with the ball, passes to Spiker. Allen looks to bring the ball up now. Cameron Samples, he'll get fouled hard.
Kaiser does a good job breaking the press. Official Ryan Kunis over there right on the spot. Speaks to both teams, kind of tells them, hey, keep it calm.
Spiker will bring the ball in. And that'll be on number 14, Kyle Moore, his starter on the night. Less than a minute to go here, and Tornado are up by 4, so if they keep doing things the way they're doing, it looks like they might come out of this game with a W.
Yep.
And Spiker, a good shooter, he's at the line for the Tornado.
Berkeley Springs trying to go some pressure defense, but of course with only 48 seconds left, are forced to foul.
And with them being in the bonus, that's not helping them. And Spiker will get his 3rd point of the night, looking to go for 4 here.
Once again, Tornado have they struggled from the free throw line early, but in the fourth quarter, they have done very, very well.
And he'll go for 4, 2 for 2 right there. Great job, Ian. All right, and the clock will start. 47 seconds to go. No foul here for the Tornado. They cannot foul.
Just want to play good defense, make the Indians work as much clock as possible. You give up 2 points, it's fine. Right now, if you can make them kill 20 seconds to give up 2, deep three, no good.
Out of bounds, and it'll go the other way. And the Tornado, with 25 seconds left, are up by 6. Sorry, I was trying to do the math there. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's an exciting time. Math is not always easy to go through and do when you're trying to go through and keep track of how many points people have, who has the ball.
And the Indians look to foul Grayson Lamka, see if he can capitalize on this opportunity and score his 10th point of the night to enter the double digits club.
And you would think if Lamka can extend this to 8 with less than 25 seconds left, and if Berkeley Springs comes up empty on the other end, they're probably not in the fouling mood. Down by 8 at that point in time, but we'll have to go through and see. Every team finishes differently here, but 2 big free throws here for Lamka.
He'll make the first one. And he has 10 on the night.
Now, did you ever play basketball?
I was on the freshman team last year. I came off the bench and I played my 8th grade year, but I played when I was younger. And he comes up with his 11th point of the night, second leading scorer. Grayson's saying, guys, listen, don't foul. Calm down.
Yeah.
We're good. 17 seconds left to go. And the Indians are looking to foul again. And they'll dodge it with 10 seconds left.
They're going to get the ball across half court to avoid the 10-second. Now it's just a game of keep away. Surprising they foul there.
Yeah.
Only 5 seconds left, but gives a chance for Grayson Lamka to pad his stats.
Yep.
The reason I ask is there are certain things in sports that are wonderful moments. To me, the sound of that ball snapping through that net on that perfect swish, it's a wonderful sound.
It's like a baseball and a baseball bat. Whenever that's
pure, that perfect sound when you.
And he'll tie with the leading scorer tonight with 12.
The sound of a home run when it's hit just right. The sound of that ball when it just snaps the net.
And Grayson Lamka, leading scorer of the night with 13.
So all that foul does is allow Lamka to pass McPeavy.
And the shot will be no good, and the Tornado will come up with a big win here, send some momentum into playoff time for them, even though they have some games this week, but they really need to keep that momentum going and win the rest of these games this week. And the remainder of this week, they have lots of makeup games.
Yeah, they play Moorfield tomorrow.
And they have Preston High School on Thursday. That's Preston High School. That's going to be a tough game. Preston has a good squad, a good freshman squad, but they're going to have a tough game this week.
Yeah, the Preston game on Thursday will be the next time that we are back in action, and will actually be our last basketball live stream of the season for Tornado TV. If you were tuning into the girls' action, you know that we told you that unfortunately, due to West Virginia SSAC rules and restrictions, we are unable to go through and bring you playoff action. But it has been a pleasure to go through and bring you regular season action here this first year on Tornado TV. Luca, I want to go through and thank you for joining us here tonight. Parting thoughts. What do you think of tonight's matchup?
I thought it was good. I thought because Tornado were down at the half, and they came back and they put their heads down and they said, we're going to work hard. We want this win. We want the momentum, like I said, going into the playoffs, and we want this win here, and that's what they did. So kudos to the Tornado. It's definitely not an easy game for them. It wasn't just like some years when they played Berkeley Springs, like, oh, we're just going to walk over them. No, this was a tough game that they needed to work hard for.
Yeah, and we kind of mentioned it kind of before the game started. It was going to be a weird senior night in the fact that most of the time senior night it's your last guaranteed time to play on your home court.
And you always want to win.
And you always want to win that, right? You never want to leave your home court with a loss, but because of the weird situation with the games getting canceled because of the weather and the rescheduling situations, that even though this senior night was scheduled, they do have 2 more home contests. So the guys knew that even though that the this was senior night that they would have 2 more chances to go through and play here on the court.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you still want to pick up that win,
Yeah,
but it's nice to go through and pick it up on senior night just for that momentum.
Because big crowd here tonight, too, for senior night. And you have some family members for the seniors that come and watch, and you want to play hard for them.
Yep. We want to go through and thank you for joining us on Tornado TV. Once again, I am Derek Perino. I was joined by Luca Altabello. As Luca mentioned, last chance this week, go through and get your fundraisers for the sophomore class fundraiser for the gift card tree. Go through and call Kaiser High School for a chance to go through and do that. We do have someone in the comments asking any update on the girls' game.
Let me see if I can get some internet in here.
For those of you that aren't sure, the girls traveled to Elkins.
Oh, girls basketball in overtime. They won 54-49, and that's a huge win for them. Kaiser is ranked number 6, and Elkins is ranked number 10 in AAA in WV, and they have regions on Friday against Berkeley Springs. So that's a big win for them for their final regular season game. That's huge.
And sends them into momentum.
Yes.
As they enter into the playoffs. And once again, we're talking about 2 teams, but both of these Kaiser High School teams, the girls team and the boys team, their goal here in these final weeks, pick up some momentum going into the playoffs, because once you get into the playoffs, it's anybody's game, right? The records go out the window, and it's all about winning at that point in time. So you want to pick up some momentum, and it looks like both teams are able to go through and do that.
Kaiser had a good showing against Southern, good team. They beat some high-quality basketball teams in WV this year. They played well. They just beat Hedgesville, played well against them. Beat Petersburg on their senior night last Friday, and now they come out and beat Elkins. Big win for them. So I hope they make a big run. I know they're looking to make a big run this March down in Charleston for a state championship.
Yep, we are looking forward to good things happening for all things Golden Tornado basketball this season. All right, once again, we want to thank you for going through and joining us tonight. We're going to sign off here on Tornado TV. We will see you again.